What's up guys, and welcome back to another episode of La Liga Career Mode. This is episode number 17 and we're starting today's stuff with a recap of our transfer budget on the back of signing Garcia and Enteca from relegated Osasuna and Vallecano in the last episode. £5.5 million remaining. Didn't have a lot to start off with, haven't got a lot left. So, I think we do need to sell one or two players still before the window ends if we are going to bring one or two more in. And the first player I am going to sell is, now third choice goalkeeper to fair, Aaron to AZ Alkmaar. He's 26 years old, so still quite young, especially for a goalkeeper. And 72 overall makes him almost as good as the veteran Pepe Reina as well. But in the final year of his contract, I had to ask the question, how much better is he going to get? And to be honest here, I don't think good enough to threaten Luis Maximiano for a starting place, or really going to be a solid, if you will, a really solid backup goalkeeper as the years go by when we've got dreams of playing in Europe. With his deal that come the end of the year, I thought it was best to cash in. We did, £2 million from the Dutch side. It's not a lot of money, but to be fair, I think it's worth more than a player currently would give us right now. Does that make sense? I don't know if that makes sense there. Like, Pepe Reina is our backup and better than Aaron. So in the final year of his contract as a third choice goalkeeper, never really need a third choice goalkeeper, do you? So yeah, I was fine letting him go. We still got a third choice goalkeeper left here in Saad, the Senegalese shot stopper. Anyway, so following that, we rejected a couple of bids there, including one for Carlos Neva, our left back from Hoffenheim. And as I showed you our starting fixtures for August, man, oh man, what a tough start for Granada. I mean, seriously. We've got Atletico and Real, both away in Madrid, and our first home game is against a top four side in Real Betis. Brilliant. Dear oh dear, I tell you man, seriously, we know this is going to be a tough season, just like the first one. I really don't think there's much chance of us sneaking into the top four. I definitely think we can make Europe 5th, 6th or 7th, though that is still going to be incredibly tough. But with a low transfer budget given to us at the start of the window, you know, high expectations from the board, and a really tough start to the season as well. I love the challenge, I really do. You know, it is great to be fair. I talked about it before, like this year's FIFA, the reason why I've enjoyed it so much, because it has been so much harder than previous versions of FIFA. Do you remember a few years ago when you could take like a newly promoted side to the Champions League final in like 2 years? Can't do that nowadays in FIFA, but that's what I really like about it. It makes the RTGs a lot more rewarding when you finally do get good, you know, because you'll always remember the first 2 or 3 years when you were pretty mediocre at best. Even so, to start the sign off in today's episode, this might well be the final signing of the window based on the low budget we got here. Aitor Pacheco with a potential tag, 18 years old, 71 rated in the free agents pool, and like I mentioned, we gotta stretch the pennies here with Granada. Very little to work with even after the season ticket money came in. There's only around £8 to £8.5 million left. We can't really afford to bring in like a certified wonderkid. You know, we can't really afford to sign Gravenberch to play for the heart of our midfield right now. We've got to make sure that we do stretch our pennies wisely. Free agents are the best way to do that. And I'll be honest here, there have been a couple of free agents that were released that are pretty goddamn good. But you'll notice that I'm not going to do that in this career mode, at least not in the first couple of years, because it would just be a bit too unrealistic. And I like the challenge as well. So that's why the likes of Gareth Bale aren't going to be getting signed for Granada in this window. Even so, for the first game of today's episode and the first game of the new season, Atletico Madrid away, Metropolitano. Last year we came here and got thumped 5-0. 4 minutes is all it took for Diego Simeone's side to take the lead. And who got the goal? Well, he's left Manchester United on a free transfer for the second time in his career. Paul Pogba. He's wound up playing for Diego Simeone at Atletico Madrid. Very interesting destination for him, and he heads Atletico into the early lead. But it just took a few minutes for us to get back on level terms, and if we are going to make Europe this season, there is no doubt about it. We need a dynamic duo to be firing on all cylinders once again, and for our first goal of the season, could it have been more fitting? Antonio Villar, who won the assist title last year, to Luis Javier Suarez, our top scorer. Yep, you love to see it. And for VR, he won the assist title last year, playing half the season. What can he do in his first full year in pro football? Man, oh man, I am excited. And if Suarez keeps his form up like last year as well, There's no doubt about it. He'll be our top scorer once again. Atletico would restore the lead though soon afterwards. Very unfortunate goal, that one, or so I thought, to make it 2-1. Shot deflecting, but did find the back of the net and into the bottom corner, and right for the break is still currently down by a goal. We'd created some good chances, to be fair, and Jan Bryce-Sateki went very close here to his first of the season, getting on the end of a VR layoff, but couldn't hit the target, just wide of All Black's post, still 2-1. But we were getting some really good chances, and unlike last year when we came here, I wasn't really fearing the worst. I was going at Atletico Madrid and doing my best to claim at least a point and a good result. We had some golden opportunities, another one falling here right from kick-off in the second half. Ruben Rashina wearing the armband, got that extension denied by All Black. It's still 2-1, and just past the hour markers, we still had, we're still trailing by 1. We kept on putting Atletico under pressure, looking for that leveler. I thought we were going to get it at some point, and we should have had it here. Another golden chance for the vet. Rashina hits the top of the crossbar, and it goes over for a goal kick. So still down by a goal, but I kept on pushing, I kept on pressing, I wasn't going to give up. I still believed we could find an equalising goal. I felt we deserved it. Final chance of the game, minute of normal time to go. Centelles down the left, back towards Antonio, offloads to Jan Bryce-Sateki, 20 yards from goal. And this is so deserved. How many times last season did we have unlucky moments that cost us points? Think about the rebound goals that we conceded last year. Think about the unlucky deflections we had last year that cost us points in games. This is payback time. This is what you call cashing in on good karma. And as I always say, luck will balance itself out eventually. Jan Bryce-Sateki takes aim. It takes a massive deflection. Wrong foot to Jan All Black. And we steal a point at the Metropolitano. Final score 2-2. And what a show of resilience, man. From a goal down on 2 separate occasions to battle back each time and claim a point. Yes, the goal was incredibly lucky. But you look at the stats here. We were full value for it. No doubt about it. Definitely deserved a point, no doubt in my mind, and we get it as well. Yes, it's a lucky goal, but I think we deserve it. I really do. After what we saw last season, so many games where we were so unfortunate, I definitely think I deserve that little bit of luck there. We get it, we'll take it. Jan Bryce-Sateki's deflection. He claims the goal, and he rescues us a point in the final minute of normal time. Let me be honest, man, like, if we are going to make Europe, those are the sort of results we've got to pull out the bag, man. Yeah, seriously, Atletico last year weren't a top 4 team. No, they finished 7th last year. So, if we are going to be a Europa League or Europa Conference League team, the board don't mind which one, they just want European football at some point here in Andalusia next season. We got to get results against those teams, man. We've got to get points at the very least against the bigger teams this year. Do you remember last season when I said, I don't mind if we get thrashed by Barcelona because, you know, we just want to avoid a drop? It's different this year. It's not about avoiding a drop this year. It's not even about finishing mid-table this year. It's about cementing top 10 for a second straight year and having the shot at 7th, 6th or 5th. You can't do that with that sort of mentality when you go to the Metropolitano and say, well, we lost 5-0, but we're a much worse team anyway. Can't have that mentality this year, man. No, you got to up your game. You got to up your intensity. You got to go at those teams. We did, and we were rewarded for it in the last minute. Second game of today's episode, Real Betis at home, and we're 2-0 down 21 minutes in. Yet lightning wasn't going to strike twice, or so it seemed. Yes, Betis taking the early lead, then Christian Teo makes it to all at sea here against Real Betis. And to be fair, last year finishing the top 4, they've got a brilliant team, man. I mean, they really, really do. It is such a strong squad with some great youngsters as well. As we know, they've got Vitinho and Goncalo Ramos in their team now. 2 amazing young Portuguese, playmaker and forward as well. And in this game I was getting absolutely dominated. Unlike the Atletico Madrid game, wasn't really creating that many chances. We got a golden one on the stroke of the hour mark, and I should have got him his first goal for the club as well. Randy and Teka, who I gave the start to in this game, one-on-one, somehow missed the target. Big miss there from our French forward. It should have got us back in the game, half deficit, but I couldn't hit the target. And 66 minutes in, a chance for Betis to go 3-0 up, kill the game off, and they would do so. Those swings in football are so painful, aren't they? You know, when you miss a golden chance on one end, and then you get scored on the other, it's like a real sucker gut punch, you know? Goncalo Ramos makes it free. Game's over. Good night, Granada. First game at home this season, we're getting absolutely thumped by Real Betis. With 8 minutes to go, though, I still felt as though, because we know late goals are so common in FIFA, we could get ourselves at least one back in a consolation goal, and we'd do so as well. 7 minutes to go, and Randy does get his first goal for his new club on his debut. Just about bends it home, and the celebration was not exactly the best here, to be honest. I can't stand it when you try and pick the ball up, and the player's just like, what do you mean pick the ball up? Where is it? I can't find it. It's like right there, mate. Just pick the ball up. No. I just keep on running around in circles. But even so, it really breaks the immersion, doesn't it? Granada 1, Betis 3. We got a goal back if nothing else. And I did decide to keep on pushing. Like I mentioned, late goals in FIFA are so common. That's why you should never give up. And after VR rolled the ball through to Randy for our first, he repays the favour for our second. 2.5 minutes to go. And Antonio sent through, beats the covering defender with the ball roll and smacks it in to reduce the deficit from 3 to 1. 2 minutes of normal time to go. Could we pull off an incredible comeback? Well, Antonio had the desire, we had the belief, we had the momentum, but there just wasn't enough time. As you'll see, the final whistle would go straight afterwards. Couldn't get any more attacks going, and Real Betis would hold on for the victory. We definitely put them under a bit of pressure towards the end, but as Jojo would say, it was a little too late. 3-2 the final score, and despite Inteka getting his first goal for his new club and VR's first goal of the season for the Spanish wonderkid as well, sadly, they do come in vain. Final score 3-2. Good battle back there. Good show of resilience for the second straight game in a row. That's what we're going to need if we are going to finish in Europe, but we're also going to need wins as well. First 2 games of the season, yes, it's a difficult start for Granada, but it's hardly been a dream. 1 point from 6, and already 5 goals conceded in 2. Let's just say, like last year, I think we're probably going to end up with the worst defensive record in the division. But that will end today's episode of La Liga Career Mode, guys. Big fan you've watched, hope you enjoyed it. If you had, then please do drop a like. Much love to you all. Have a fantastic day, and I will see you for the next episode of La Liga Career Mode, featuring our first trip to the Bernabeu this season against Real Madrid very soon.